I refused to give my stepmother access to my mother's cookbook, so she threw out my dad's entire gun collection while he was deployed. When my mom died of cancer 3 years ago, she left me only one thing of real value, her handwritten recipe book filled with 4 generations of family recipes. My dad remarried just 8 months later to Diane, a woman 20 years his junior who had never been particularly kind to me. Dad is a career military officer currently deployed overseas. Before he left, he asked me to make an effort with Diane since they'd be starting a family soon. I promised I would try. Last month, Diane texted asking to borrow my mom's cookbook for a dinner party she was hosting for my dad's commanding officer and his wife. I want to impress them with your mom's famous pot roast, she wrote. I politely declined. The cookbook was the last tangible connection to my mother, filled with her notes and food stains and memories. I offered to make the pot roast myself and bring it over, or to send her just that specific recipe. Don't be ridiculous, she replied. I need the whole book. It's just sitting on your shelf collecting dust while I am trying to be the perfect wife for your father. When I didn't respond, she called. You know, technically that book belongs in your father's house. It was marital property. Mom specifically left it to me in her will, I reminded her. You are being selfish, she snapped. Your mother would be ashamed of how you are treating your father's new wife. That crossed a line. You didn't know my mother, I said quietly. And you never will. Then I hung up. 3 days later, my phone exploded with notifications. Diane had posted dozens of photos in our family group chat. My father's prized gun collection, parent worth over $50,000 and assembled over 30 years, parent being loaded into donation boxes for a veterans charity. Since we're getting rid of sentimental objects that should stay in the family, she wrote, I decided your dad's gun collection was taking up too much space in our basement. Besides, guns are dangerous and I am thinking of our future children. I immediately called my uncle who raced over to their house, but it was too late. 23 custom firearms, including my grandfather's WIR service pistol and hunting rifles passed down for generations, were gone when I finally reached my dad through a spotty video call. He looked hollow. She says she'll tell me where they went if you give her the cookbook, he said, his voice cracking. She claims she did this because you were disrespecting her as my wife. I was stunned. Dad, this is blackmail. She got rid of your most valuable possession because I wouldn't let her borrow a book. She's pregnant, Capio, he whispered. The stress isn't good for the baby. Just give her the damn cookbook. That night, I drove to their house with the cookbook. Diane opened the door with a smug smile, her hand resting on her still flat stomach. I knew you'd come around, she said, reaching for the book. I handed her a single photocopied page, the pot roast recipe. Even if I gave you this book, they're not coming back. You've shown exactly who you are, and no recipe is going to fix that. She screamed that I was ruining her marriage and threatening her pregnancy. I just walked away. 2 weeks later, my dad called. He'd contacted the charity and recovered most of his collection, though several valuable pieces had already been sold. He's filing for divorce as soon as he returns stateside. The cookbook sits on my kitchen counter now, open to my mom's chocolate cake recipe, the one she always made when someone needed comforting. I am making it tonight just for me.